Welcome back to another topic. Today, I just want to bring three things to your awareness that I think will be extremely beneficial. For those of you tuning in on the podcast, I just want to let you know that this topic will also be uploaded on YouTube. You could find it under the same name as the podcast, Mastering Anxiety and Health Anxiety. I just want to upload some visual content for those of you who might enjoy that, might enjoy getting to see me visually as well, speak about the topics. Let's dive in. Today, I want to cover three things that I truly believe will be beneficial when brought to your awareness if you're in a place of struggling with extreme or intense health anxiety, cardiophobia. And the first thing is understanding that there is a root cause to this defense mechanism that we've built if we're in this place at the moment, right? Me traveling back to a time where I was experiencing intense symptoms, intense fear, intense doubt. I had to understand, but I wasn't, I was more in a defense mechanism. I had to understand that there was a reason I had built this defense mechanism. There was a reason why I was intensely looking at every single ingredient at the grocery store to see what would give me the maximum benefit. Not everyone has that trait when they're going through it. That's a different developed defense mechanism. Is trying to pick the healthiest thing possible because you're trying to take matters into your own hands. The other extreme is wanting to go to the doctor so much because you want the doctor to fix everything. But me, I wanted to fix everything myself. That was my opposite extreme. That was very unhealthy. But I had to understand there was a root cause to why I had built this defense mechanism. The root cause for me, some of you have heard me speak about it on previous episodes, was my father passing away from heart disease and then my grandfather passing away from heart disease back to back. And for that reason, I was afraid that would happen to me as well. I also didn't give myself the space to kind of grieve those things because I was in a space of wanting to be tough. I think that you guys also hear me speak on men and how we aren't really as socially allowed to express emotion. Some of us are more trained to be tough, and in reality, I just wanted to make my dad proud, so I just didn't want to express weakness, and that was a very unhealthy habit at that time. It definitely trickled into built up emotions, which leads to feeling anxious, bottling things in, right? So we have to understand there's a root cause. Maybe it hasn't been something tragic. Many times it has been. From many people that I speak to, something tragic has happened. The loss of a family member or a friend, or just whatever kind of tragic event may happen, triggered some intense anxiety within you that you didn't properly process or take the time to grieve or reflect. Something happened that caused this. It just doesn't happen for no reason. And then we can move on to the second thing, right? Because I think we covered that pretty well. It's just understanding there's a root cause to this defense mechanism that we've built. Number two, I wanted to just kind of address what kind of habits are present in your life that lead to a more tense, a more anxious version of yourself. Is it the way that we think? Is it the way that we actually carry out our days? Like, what habits are present? I mean, when I say what habits are present, it's like, does that mean that you wake up and you go straight to your phone? You wake up and you start worrying about your day? You wake up and you start checking sensations? Instead of rewiring the way you go through your day, are you saying, okay, let me exercise in the morning, let me drink some water, let me play some relaxing music? So it's just super, super important to be aware of what are the habits that are present at the moment. Are you taking time to actually relax, or are you tense all the time? I know it's super hard when you're experiencing these sensations. And me, myself, right now, I'm a little bit nervous. If you can tell, I've taken a couple deep breaths because I haven't done video content in a while. And some of you know, I've had the podcast going for a while, and it's a little bit less, it's a little bit more in my comfort zone to be in the podcast because I'm not visual. It's a little bit more like private. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous, I'm a little anxious as I'm filming this, recording this. But everything that happens in our day contributes to some form of either ease or anxiety. This is making me a bit anxious right now because it's out of my comfort zone, but I've already taken time in my day to have a good morning. I've made some breakfast, a healthy breakfast with fruits. I don't always have the same breakfast, so I try to mix it up, different healthy breakfasts. I drank plenty of water. I played some relaxing music. So I'm going to have to balance out the anxiety that recording this has made, because every single thing that we do in our day either contributes to stress or relaxation. So I hope I didn't ramble on too much there, but I just kind of want to touch base on some habits that I think are really important when it comes to keeping yourself well physically and boosting just boosting feel good chemicals, serotonin. I believe it's serotonin or dopamine. I got to research that one again. I think either one could be released in an unhealthy manner when we're just like kind of playing too much video games, we're just using our phones too much. I think it's just better to see what are the natural ways, like going out for a nice walk, exercise, eating healthy foods, water, vegetables, fruits, obviously. But it's just really important for us to touch base on the differentiating factors that help us, right? And not overdoing it, because some of us might underdo it, some of us might overdo it, if that makes sense, because there's opposite sides of the spectrum of dealing with health anxiety. I've talked about it. Mine was I wanted to be in control. I leaned on the side of wanting to be too healthy. I see some people, they just want to rely on the doctor and they don't do enough on their own part. Excuse me, like burping. I haven't been this nervous in a while, guys. I haven't recorded a video in a while, so I gotta break the ice again. But I mean, you guys hear me talk about habits all the time on the podcast, but I just think it's important to continue seeing what habits we can improve, like week by week, seeing what you could have done better, as far as if you went outside, if you exercised, if you participated in something that makes you happy, if you were around people that are supportive of you, that bring good things into your life, right? All these things are important. It sounds so simple, but every little thing that's present in our lives has to do with how we feel mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. It all has an impact. So it's just important to know what is present in your life, habits-wise, people-wise, activities-wise, everything. I hope that makes sense. Number 3 that I wanted to bring to your attention is thinking in long term when it comes to improving yourself, when it comes to the process of being healthy, right? Because all of us that are struggling with health anxiety, or we have that phobia around the heart, from the palpitations and the fast heart rate, we're thinking we want a quick solution. We want to overcome the anxiety right now. We don't want to feel it right now. But something really shifted in me when I noticed that health was a journey. It was not a destination. You can't just like arrive in life in general, right? We can't arrive at the destination of our career, of our relationships. It's a journey. So the same way, we have to think about anxiety. If we're experiencing these heart palpitations, these sensations that are extremely, extremely discomforting, and they just spark all kinds of unease within us. We're just very scared in the moment, right? We have to think the same way something brought us to this point that we're in right now. If we're in a point of really struggling, we're really anxious throughout the day, we wake up and we start to think about our heart, or we start to worry about the day, if we're gonna have a good day, or if our sensations are gonna take over in the day and like make us have a bad day. Man, I'm passionate about this part, because being on the side of learning to be present and not fixated on symptoms, and not fixated on just being worried about the day, like how the day is gonna go. It's a blessing, right? Like, I don't take it for granted to be on this side now, because I know if any of you watching the video or listening are in that situation, I know exactly what it's like. But what really helped me was realizing that we can't obtain this perfect outcome overnight. We can't find the perfect solution. We can't find I don't want to say that we can't find, right? Because everyone's situation is different. I just want to bring some perspective that can help you in the journey, because some listening might actually have some kind of ailment that's making them anxious, that they're worried about. Some watching may not have any ailments, right? This is a topic that could be diverse. It could be complex. It could be different for every single individual. So it's just important for whoever's listening, whatever their situation may be, that we don't become fixated on control, wanting to control the outcome so hard, right? This is why I incorporate like having faith and being present in the day. You don't obtain anything by worrying, by being anxious, by being stressed. You can only obtain some satisfaction by thinking of progressing. It's like, today I made a healthy choice in my breakfast. I made a healthy choice by not speaking to a certain person, or just taking the day for myself to really reflect and do some act of kindness for myself, so that I can be kind to others. If we don't take care of ourselves first, we're not able to show up as powerfully or as present. So when I say this third one, think long term and slow progress, it's about not wanting to, like the same way people want to lose weight really fast and then they go back to their old habits, because it wasn't a sustainable change. It was just trying to do it overnight, and then you just deprived yourself of everything, and now your body is just like, give me everything back. So it's like, if we do it long term, if we think long term, small habits per day, walking half a mile a day for 30 days is better if you walked 5 miles in one day for the month. So it's like, if that like kind of trickles into your mindset, okay, like today I drank a little bit more water than yesterday. I chose a fruit. I know this stuff sounds simple but when speaking to people who are struggling, they say, wow, you're right. Like, it is just about making a healthier choice every day. I feel better than I did yesterday, because every single habit that we own or we possess, right? I don't want to say we possess habits, but every single habits that are present in our lives, in our days, they contribute to our overall state, how we feel, how we think, how we act. So it's just important. It's just as important for myself. I've already been on the other side of it, but it doesn't mean that I can't get anxious again. I can't start worrying again. I'm human, right? Well, we're all prone to worry. The thing is that it doesn't bring any kind of solution, right? So being on this side of it, having become a health coach, it helped me tremendously to see that health is a long-term journey. It's a journey of habits that you implement, habits that you don't implement, and continuing to see what benefits you. It's not going to be, okay, I found this and that's it. It's a ever evolving process, and you need to see what it is for you. What kind of exercises you enjoy, what kind of foods fuel you. You might hear that this is like the miracle food, but you eat it and you're allergic to it. This is just funny to me, right? Because I'm really grateful for like the knowledge that I was able to encounter when I did attend the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. I was trying to find the perfect diet because that was my story. I wanted to eat the perfect food. I didn't want to like risk or sacrifice any kind of nutrient that might help me be the most healthy and take matters into my own hand, never have to go to a doctor, because I had that initial tragic event. I was afraid of doctors. Now I know that doctors are amazing people. They want to help us. They want to help us be healthier. And not everyone is a villain, right? Like all trades, some are better than others. So it's all about finding what works for you, right? And in that time, instead of having this fear of all doctors, I just really needed to open up my heart, check in with my heart, and see what I was holding, what kind of fear I was holding on to, and letting go of that, if that makes sense. I feel like I was definitely nervous while recording this, so if you guys noticed, I definitely had some nerves, because it's been a while since I've recorded a video. But I hope this video was of value to you. I hope that there was some nuggets in there for you that you really took, and that made you reflect at least, right? And just think, man, yeah, there are some things that I could just work on, right? And as always, I was on the side of never wanting to go to the doctors, wanted to take matters into my own hand. Don't do that. Make sure you go for your physical checkups at your doctors. Always check with your doctors before you start a new regimen, and just make sure to seek help. Seek help if you're struggling mentally. There's resources available, hopefully in the area that you live, because you could be tuning in from anywhere in the world. Just seek for resources. I'm a firm believer that what you seek, you find. So seek resources, seek people that are willing to help, depending on what your budget may be. But invest the time or the effort or the money that you need to seek a professional counselor, seek medical advice from a professional doctor. But yeah, I'm just here to help you guys and be a coach in the process. But I cannot supplement that, which are the fundamental steps that are the fundamental, what's it called? I'm drawing a blank here. You know what I mean? Things as far as like fundamental to go to the dentist, go to the doctor, go to the psychologist, and find one that works for you. I believe that we all have this gut feeling that gives us confirmation if someone is someone we want to work with or not. You should follow your gut when seeking a professional to help you with your situation. And yeah, I think that's all I wanted to cover in this video. I wanted to let you guys know I do have free 30-minute coaching calls available. It's just to kind of see like what your situation is at the moment. See if I could give you some nuggets real quick just to help you in your specific situation. And if you're interested in just having a coach by your side to coach you along the process. If whatever you might have in your life right now to help you at the moment, whether you have whatever therapies you have going on, if you're looking for something supplemental, or you're just looking for a coach to start guiding you because you don't feel comfortable in starting to seek whatever new habits and things you might have to go do, you just need someone to support you in that process. I could help you long term as well. But just want to let you guys know, in the bio there's a link to just talk with me for about 30 minutes for free, and I just love to connect with you guys. So yes, all you have to do is fill out your name and your email, and I'll reach out to you with some available time. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I love you guys as always. I hope you have a blessed day and that you took some nuggets from this video.